Okay, let us take an example to understand arithmetic sequence. Here 11, 15, 19, 23 and 25. In the arithmetic sequence, the difference between the two consecutive terms will always remain same. 15 minus 11 will be 4, 19 minus 15, 4, 23 minus 19 will be 4, 25 minus 23, again 4. So the difference between the consecutive term will always remain same in the arithmetic sequence. If the difference between the two consecutive terms in a sequence is always same, then it is said to be an arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression. Let us take few more examples. 41, 35, 29, 23, 27 and so on. Here the difference between the consecutive term is negative 6. That is 35 minus 41 is negative 6. 29 minus 35 is negative 6. 23 minus 29 is negative 6. 17 minus 23 is again negative 6. So what is the difference between each consecutive term? It is negative 6. Next, 8, 15, 22, 29. Here what is the difference? Here the difference between the term is 7. 15 minus 8 is 7, 22 minus 15 is 7, 29 minus 22 is 7. And how do you find the difference between the consecutive term? The next term minus the previous term. Next term minus previous term. That's how you find the difference of the consecutive terms. And as long as the difference between the consecutive terms are same, it doesn't matter you have the difference as negative number or the positive number. You may get the negative 6 as the difference, you may get the negative number or the positive number as the common difference, but as long as the difference is same, it will be an arithmetic sequence. Okay, let us go back to the first sequence. So when you know the common difference of any sequence, you can always find the next number of the sequence. Here the common difference of the sequence is 4. So 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. 19 plus 4 23. 23 plus 4 25. And the next number will be 25 plus 4 29. 29 plus 4 33 and so on. So when you know the difference of the given sequence, you can easily find the next number of the sequence. But what do you do if they ask you to find the 100th term of the sequence? See, this is the first term of the sequence, second term, third term of the sequence, fourth term of the sequence, fifth term of the sequence. Likewise, if they tell you to find the 100th term of the sequence, how do you do? If you go with the same method, you keep on adding till 100th term, it will be way too long. So we have a simple formula for it. You can easily find the 100th term of any sequence or 200th term of any sequence, 500th term of any sequence with a simple formula. But for that, you need to know what A is, what D is, and what N is. The formula is Tn is equals to A plus N minus 1 D. So what is A here? A here will be the first term of the sequence. So the first term of this sequence will be 11. And what is D? What is D in the formula? D is the common difference. And how do you find the common difference? As I told you, next term minus previous term. Next term minus previous term. Next term minus previous term. That's how you get the common difference. So what is the common difference here? The common difference is 4. And N. What is N? The N is the term position. The position of the term is called as N. See, this is the first position. On the first position, the element is 11. In the second position, the element of the sequence is 15. So third position, this is the fourth position, this is the fifth position. So these are all N. So if you have to find the 100th term of the sequence, so this will be N, 100 will be N, A will be 11, and D will be 4. So let us use the formula and find the 100th term of the sequence. So T sub n is equals to A plus n minus 1 times D. We have to find 100th term, isn't it? As I told you, n is 100. 100th term we have to find out. So n is 100 and A is what? A is 11, n is 100 minus 1 and D is 4. So 100 minus 1, 99. 99 times 4 is 396. plus 11. Plus 11 is equals to 407. So the 100th term of this sequence will be 407. That's how you find it. Let us take some more examples. This example I've taken from the IGCSE past paper. These are the first 5 terms of the sequence, that is 2, 6, 10, 14, 18. Write down the next 2 terms of the sequence. Let us pick the sequence, that is 2, 6, 10, 14 and 18. To write the next term of the sequence, what we need to know? We need to know the difference, common difference. Yeah. So 6 minus 2 is 4, 10 minus 6 is 4, 14 minus 10 is 4, 18 minus 14 is 4. So the difference between the sequence, so the difference between the 2 consecutive terms of the sequence is 4. So the difference will be 4. So now 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18. And as we have to find the next 2 terms, we did not really go for the formula. We can easily find it by adding 4. 18 plus 4 is 22, 22 plus 4 is 26. Now we need not go for the formula as we have to find the immediate next 2 terms. So these are the next 2 terms of the sequence. So now next, write 25th term of the sequence. To find the 25th term of the sequence, we will make use of the formula. So what is the sequence? This is a sequence 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, and we know the difference between the consecutive term is 4. So the D will be 4. So this is the formula. The D will be 4 and A is what? A is the first term, that is 2. And what will be N? N will be 25. We have to find the 25th term of the sequence. We have to find the term here. So A is 2, N is 25 and D is 4. So 25 minus 4 is 24. 25 minus 1 is 24. 24 times 4 is 96 and 96 plus 2 will be 98. So the 25th term of the sequence will be 98. Next, write down the nth term of the sequence. How do you write the nth term of the sequence? The nth term is basically finding the formula for this particular sequence. You have this formula which will be applicable for all the arithmetic sequence. But now the nth term is, you have to find a formula which will be applicable only for this sequence. So you will have n term in it. So here let us take the formula. A is 2, n, we need n. We don't put any values for n because we need the n in the formula which we are going to find. And D is 4. So 2 plus 4 times n is 4n and 4 minus 1 is 4. So now 4n, negative 4, positive 2 will be negative 2. So this is the formula which is applicable for this given sequence. You can find any term of the sequence using this formula. For example, we can pick this nth term here. To find the first term of the sequence, we can put n is equals to 1. So 4 times 1 is 4, minus 2 is 2. And to find the second term of the sequence, we can put n is equals to 2. 4 2s are 8, minus 2 is equals to 6. And to find the third term of the sequence, we can put n is equals to 3. That is 4 3s are 12, 12 minus 2 is 10. So these are the first 3 terms of the sequence. As you can see, that is 2, 6 and 10 is the first, second and third term of the sequence, isn't it? Likewise, you can find any term of the sequence by using this nth term or by using this formula. So that's what the nth term is. You keep the n in the formula. Next, this example is also from the IGCSE past paper. Find the nth term and the 40th term of the following sequence. Now you know how we find the nth term and what the nth term is. Nth term is basically the formula of this particular sequence, the particular given sequence. So let us find the nth term. To find the nth term, what do we need? We need A, D. So what is A? A is negative 1, that is the first term. And how do you find D? Next term minus previous term. So next term minus previous term will be negative 2. So each time the difference is what? Negative 2. So to find the nth term, we take the formula Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 times D. A is negative 1 and we need n. We don't put any value for n because we are going to find the nth term of the sequence. And D is negative 2. So negative 2 times n is negative 2, and negative 2 times negative 1 will be positive 2. So that will be 1 minus 2n. So the nth term will be 1 minus 2n. Now to find the 40th term. To find the 40th term, we know what a is, we know what d is, and we have to find the 40th term. So n will be 40. So now T40 is equals to a plus 40 minus 1 and d. N is what? N is 40. So 40 minus 1 will be 39. 39 times negative 2 will be negative 78, and negative 78 negative 1 will be negative 79. So once you find the nth term, to find the 40th term or any other term of the sequence, you can either use this formula which we derive, or you can use this general formula which is applicable for all the arithmetic sequence. Okay, let us solve the next example. Now let us solve the fractional sequence. Find the nth term and 21st term of the following sequence. And now here the sequence is in fraction. 3 by 4, 5 by 8, 1 by 2, 3 by 8. So to find the nth term, what do we need? We need a and we need d. So what is a? A is the first term, that is 3 by 4, and d is what? D is negative 1 by 8. 5 by 8 minus 3 by 4 will give you minus 1 by 8. 1 by 2 minus 5 by 8 will give you minus 1 by 8. 3 by 8 minus 1 by 2 will give you 1 by 8, again negative 1 by 8. So what is the common difference? So the common difference of the sequence is negative 1 by 8. So to find the nth term, we take the formula. So what is a? A is 3 by 4, n minus 1 times d is negative 1 by 8. So I'll multiply this 1 by 8, negative 1 by 8 to this bracket, so that I'll get negative 1n divided by 8, and negative will be positive, and that will be 1 by 8. So now 7 by 8 minus n by 8. How did I get 7 by 8? I added 3 by 4 plus 1 by 8. I get 7 by 8 and minus n by 8. So as the denominator is same, I can directly write 7 minus n by 8. So this is the nth term of the given fractional arithmetic sequence. Now we have to find the 21st term of this given sequence. So to find the 21st term, n will be 21. We know what a is and we know what d is. And as we have to find the 21st term, d 21, n is 21, that is equals to a is 3 by 4 plus n is 21 minus 1, and d is negative 1 by 8. So 3 by 4 plus 21 minus 1 will be 20, and into 1 by 8. So after simplification, I get 3 by 4 minus 5 by 2, that will be minus 7 by 4. So the 21st term of the given sequence will be negative 7 by 4. Next, and this is the example for your practice. Solve the problem and tell me the answer in the comments. I'll go for the next example. Example 5. Which term of the given AP is 86? So this is the given sequence. Let us take the sequence 2, 9, 16, 23. So what they are asking us? They are asking us which term of the AP is 86. This is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term. So we have to find which term of AP is 86. So basically what we have to find? We have to find what n is. So we know what a is. We can find the d, that is 9 minus 2 will be 7. 16 minus 9 will be 7. 23 minus 16 will be 7. So what will be d? D will be 7. And we have to find n. So Tn. So the Tn will be 86, isn't it? The nth term. The nth term will be 86. So we put Tn is equals to 86. A is 2. N we have to find out. And d is 7. So I'll multiply 7 to the bracket. What I get is 2 plus 7 and minus 7. And when I transpose it, I get 91 is equals to 7n. So n will be equals to 13. 7 ones are 7, 13s are 91. So n is equals to 13. So 86 is on the 13th position. So here is another practice question for you. This is same as that of the example 5. Next. How many terms are there in the sequence? So this is the given sequence. Let us take the sequence, and 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 till 101. We can see that 101 is the last term of the sequence because it does not have the dot dots after it. So this means that it is the last term of the sequence. So what they are asking us, how many terms are there in the sequence? So basically if we find the n here, we get to know how many terms are there in the sequence. For example, suppose if it is 100 here, so we'll get to know that there are 100 terms in the sequence. I don't know the n yet, I have to find the n. For example, if n is equals to 100, then I get to know that there are 100 terms in the sequence, as this is the last term of the sequence. So basically what we have to find is, we have to find n. We have to find the value of n. Like the previous two examples, this is just the indirect question of the other two examples which we have done previously. Yeah. So what we have to do is, we have to just find n. You can pause the video and you can try doing yourself, and you can check the answer later, or you can see the solution. So to find n, we have the formula Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 d. A is 7, d is 2, and n is, we have to find n. So what is Tn? So the nth term is 101. So a is 7, n minus 1 times 2. I'll multiply this here. I'll multiply this to the bracket, that is 2n minus 2. What I get is 2n. I'll just transpose this 7 and negative 2 to this side. So what I get is 96 is equals to 2n. So n is equals to 48. So n is equals to 48. 101 is the 48th term of the sequence. 101 is the 48th term of the sequence. So we get to know that there are 48 terms in the sequence. So how many terms are there in the sequence? There are 48 terms in the sequence. Next example. Check whether 292 is the term of given AP, and given AP is negative 4, 2, 8, 14 and 20. We have to check if 292 belong to this sequence or not. So to find that, what do we do? See, this is the first term of the AP, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. To check 292 belongs to this sequence or not, we can find the value of n. If the n is the whole number, it means that 292 belongs to this sequence. If the n here, if we get n as negative number or the decimal number, that means 292 does not belong to this sequence. It is obvious that n cannot be a decimal number. It cannot be a negative number. It can, for example, 292 can be the 20th term, 21st term, 22nd term. It can be the whole number, isn't it? So n should be a whole number. It cannot be 20.1 term, 20.2 term. It cannot be like that. Or it cannot be negative 1 term. So it has to be a whole number, positive whole number. So if we get n as the positive whole number, that means 292 belongs to this sequence, otherwise no. So let us find n. To find n, Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 d. Tn is 292. We have to find n. So the nth term will be 292, and a is negative 4, n minus 1 times 6, and I'll multiply the bracket, negative 6 and negative 4. I'll transpose this here. So what I'll get is 302 is equals to 6n. So n will be 50.33. So n is in the decimal. You cannot have the 50.33 term as 293. It should be 50 or 51 or 52. It should be some whole number. So this 292 cannot be a term of this sequence. So 292 is not the term of the given AP. Next. And this example is for your practice, same as example 8. Do tell me your answer in the comments. Next. Example 10. Find first 4 term of the sequence. Unlike the other question, here the nth term is already given and you have to find the sequence. Earlier, sequence was given and we found the nth term, but here the nth terms are given and we have to find the sequence. The very easy one. So I'll do the A and C. B and D is for your practice. Do it and tell me the answer in comments. So first 2n plus 5. Let us take 2n plus 5. And to find the sequence, what do? We put n is equals to 1, n is equals to 2, n is equals to 3, and n is equals to 4. So what do we get? So 2 times 2 plus 5 is 7, 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, and 6 plus 5 is 11, and 8 plus 5 is 13. So as they told us to find the first 4 term of the sequence, so these are the first 4 term of the sequence. In place of n, you put 1 to find the first term. In place of n, you put 2 to find the second term of the sequence, and so on. So what do you get? 7, 9, 11 and 13. So 7, 9, 11 and 13 are the first 4 terms of the sequence. Now next, see, 3n minus 2 by 8, that is, so Tn is equals to 3n minus 2 by 8. So to find the first term of the sequence, we need to put n is equals to 1. So 3 times 1 minus 2 by 8, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, that will be 1 by 8. And here 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 by 8 will be 1 by 2. And to find the third term, we have to put n is equals to 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, 9 minus 2 is 7, so 7 by 8. And likewise, to find the fourth term, n will be 4. So 3 times 4, 4 3s are 12, and 12 minus 2, 10, 10 by 8 will be 5 by 4. So the sequence will be 1 by 8, 1 by 2, 7 by 8 and 5 by 8. So this will be the first 4 of the sequence of AP. Example 11. This example is very different from the examples which we have solved, and the very interesting one. So let us see how it is. Find A and D of the arithmetic sequence in which T of T4 is equals to 11, that is the fourth term is 11, and T7 is equals to 19, that is seventh term is equals to 19. And they are telling us to find A and D. What is A? A is the first term and D is the common difference. So no sequence is given, but only fourth term and the seventh term is given. No first term, no second term, no third term, but only fourth term is given and the seventh term is given. So we'll do whatever we can do from the given information, that is the fourth term is 11 and seventh term is 19. Let me take the formula. Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 times D. So T4 is given, right? So T4 is equals to A. We don't have A, we only have the value of n. We'll put n is equals to 4 minus 1. We don't even have D. So T4 is what? T4 is 11. The fourth term is 11. So we put 11 here. That is equals to A plus 4 minus 1 is 3. That will be 3D. And next, we'll do the same thing for the seventh term. That is T7 is equals to A plus n is what? N is 7. That is the seventh term. 7 minus 1 times D. So T7 is 19. Seventh term of the sequence is 19. And A, so 7 minus 1 is 6, 6D. So we get two equations here. We get the two equations and we can solve it simultaneously, isn't it? Let us take both the equation. If you want, you can put this equation on top or you can put this equation on top, but you'll get the same answer at the end. So you can put any equation on the top. I'm taking like this. So now if I multiply negative sign throughout this equation, what will I get is, what can I do is I can cancel positive A with the negative A. So I'll cancel this positive A with the negative A, and what I'll get is 11 minus 19 will be minus 8, and A, positive A will get cancelled with the negative A, and positive 3D, negative 6D will be negative 3D, and it will be negative negative cancel, D is equals to 8 by 3. So I found the common difference. The common difference of the sequence will be 8 by 3. Now as I get the D, I can put the value of D in any of the equation. In any of the equation, I can put the value of D and I can get the value of A. I'll pick this. If you want, you can put the value of D in this equation also. I'll pick this, that is 11 is equals to A plus 3D. I'll put the value of D, that is 8 by 3, and what I get here is 3 cancels and A plus 8, and if I transpose it, 11 minus 8 will be 3. So A will be is equals to 3. So the first term is 3 and the common difference of the sequence will be 8 by 3. So when they don't give you a sequence and they just mention two terms, when they mention only two terms of the sequence, this is how you can find the value of D and A. Next. Example 12. This example is same as that of the previous one, example 11. If you want, you can pause the video and try it on yourself and check the answer later. Find A and D of the arithmetic sequence in which D8 is equals to 60, that is 8th term is 60 and 12th term is 48. So there is no sequence again, there is no first term, there is no second term, there is no third term. We only have the 8th term and the 12th term of the sequence. And we can see it is a decreasing sequence. First we have 60, then the 12th term is 48. It must be a decreasing sequence. Anyways, so what we did, we take Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 times d, and the 8th term is 60. So the n will be 8. So n will be 8, and so T8 is equals to a plus n is 8 minus 1 d. 8th term is 60. The 8th term is 60 and 8 minus 1 is 7. So it will be a plus 7d. We'll do the same thing for the 12th term, that is T12 a plus n is what? N is 12. N is 12. 12 minus 1 d. So 12th term is 48 and a plus 12 minus 1 is 11. 11d. So now what we do, we pick both the equation, this equation and this equation. So we'll take it here, that is 60 is equals to a plus 7d and 48 is equals to a plus 11d. As I told you, you can put any equation on the top of other. Okay, I take it like that. If you want, you can try the other way around also. You can put this equation on top of this equation. So we have a similar term, that is a. In order to eliminate this a, what I do is I multiply the negative sign throughout this equation. So all the terms here will be negative. And 60 minus 48 will be 12. Positive a gets cancelled with the negative a. And 7d, negative 11d will be negative 4d. That will be equals to negative 3. So d is what? D is negative 3. The common difference of the sequence will be equals to negative 3. So now you can put the value of d in any of the equation, this equation or this equation. I take this equation and I put the value of d is equals to negative 3. So 7 3s are negative 21, and if I transpose this here, a will be is equals to 81. So this will be the first term here. The first term will be 80 and the difference will be negative 3. 81 minus 3 is 78, 78 minus 3 is 75, and so on. So the 8th term will be 60 and the 12th term will be 48. You can check out, you can use this formula and you can put a is equals to 81, n is equals to, if you want to find the 12th term, you can put 12 here and minus 1, and d will be negative 3. So what you'll get is, you will get 48 as the 12th term. You can check it out. And now suppose if they tell you to find the 40th term of the arithmetic sequence, and if they give you this two terms, then what you do is, to find the 40th term, here, what you need is, you need a and you need d. So first what you do, first you find a and d with this method, you get a and d. Then once you get a and d, you can put 40 in place of n, and then you can get the answer for 40th term. Okay, sometimes they may ask you to find a and d, sometimes they may give you a number to find the 40th term, 20th term. So what you have to do is, if they ask you some number, 40th term, so what you have to do is first find a and d, then you can find the 40th term.